Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I got the idea that I wanted to use a couple of products that I haven't shown in a video. I think that maybe probably around 5 of them. The rest, as in they have been going in and out of my videos, but I really like these products. Probably this could be named as a shopping my stash, but I didn't want it to name it like that. And also I wanted to do kind of a summery look, which means that I'm going to use some color that isn't normal for me. I think, I don't know why, but I see colors for really younger people, not for myself. But I incorporate color, but just a touch. I'm trying to keep myself inspired and looking for things that makes me have a drive. So without any more rambling that I've already done, let's go to why we are here. I got my hair out of the way. I live in a tropical island. We are having an extremely hot temperature. Yes, I have an AC, but he makes a lot of noise, so I can't have it on when I'm doing videos. And I took my bands out of the way. So now we're gonna start with my Touch and Soul No Poreblem Primer. I have my skincare on, so I'm just gonna use a touch of this. Usually I just go with my skincare, but it had passed a couple hours since the moment that I applied on. I use the help of this primer. For foundation, which isn't a foundation, this is a Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer. I use tinted moisturizers not because we are in summer, it is because I like a light, maybe a medium, but not a full medium coverage. And this does the trick. I use one pump and I'm going to apply it all over my complexion, starting in the center of my complexion, because this is the area where we usually want a lot more coverage. I don't have acne problems, scarring, maybe a couple of sunspots, but I don't have a problem with them. That translates to I'm not in the lookout for coverage. I'm in the lookout for evening my skin tone. I'm more than happy with that. And also, since we are in summer in a lot of places, we tend to go for a light coverage because we're melting ourselves. And we want to think we won't feel like we have a lot of stuff in our face. I'm happy with the coverage, but just for this video's sake, I'm gonna do half a pump more. This one I'm just going to press it into the skin to gain a little bit more coverage. But as I said, I was more than satisfied with what I had going on. Going to try to cover a little bit this darkness that I have in the inner part of my eyes, and I'm going to use the Bobbi brown corrector in the color Bisque, and I'm going to apply it with my fingers. This part of my makeup, I really don't mind doing it with my fingers, but if you have a thing for not using your fingers, use a brush. As I said, use a sponge. Use whatever helps you do your application and your makeup easier. Now for concealer, I'm going to use the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Concealer, if I'm not mistaken, Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. Firstly, the shade that I use in the tinted moisturizer is medium 10N, and in the concealer I use medium 90W. This is pretty near to my actual skin tone, and when I'm doing kind of a no makeup day, which is what I'm doing at this moment, I like to use this kind of shades. For this part, I'm going to use a brush. This is the Sigma Precision Round. It isn't a concealer brush, but I really like the dome shape that it has. I'm going to leave that dot without blending yet because I want to have a little more coverage, and if you leave your concealer to dry it up a little bit, you will get a lot more coverage from it. Firstly, I'm gonna bronze my skin and I'm gonna use an oldie but a really goodie. This is the Benefit Hoola bronzer in the original shade, and look how worn out it is, and I have heat pan on it. This is one of a few products that I have heat pan. A little bit on the sides of my nose, and what I have left over in my brush, I'm just going to swipe it on top of the brush of my nose, because if you get a little bit of sun, these are the areas where you will get hit. Now I'm gonna use this is the Smashbox Cali Kissed highlighting and blush palette. This is still available. I like how bright the colors are, and also I have the other one, which is the Cali Contour one. Really good product. This is a multitasking palette, which I love. For the color that I'm going to wear on my cheeks, I'm not quite sure yet which. I'm just going to grab a little bit of this really pretty peachy tone. The name of it is Permission. I'm just gonna leave it just a touch of it because I'm not sure which eye look I'm going to go for. So if I had to retouch it again or apply the other shade on top of it, it won't look strange. I'm gonna use this shade for highlighter. And I'm going to lightly apply it in the highest point of my face. A little bit in my brow bone and what I have left over on top of my eyebrow. A bit in the bridge of my nose. I don't do the tip of my nose. I don't like it. And in my cupid's bow. That I can do. And to set my entire complexion, I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Blur+Set Matte Loose Setting Powder. Because I'm sweating a lot. And I need this to last a little bit in my face. The face is done. I'm going to just fill a couple of gaps that I have in my eyebrows, and then I'm going to set them with a little bit of a tinted eyebrow mascara. I'm using this Colourpop Brow Buzz, if I'm not mistaken. Colourpop Precision Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Black or Brown. Now I'm gonna brush them to even out. And I'm gonna use this mini Benefit Gimme Brow Mascara. This is in the shade 4.5. Just to make sure that all my brows hair are in place and won't move. Eyebrows are done, and now for the makeup look. I'm gonna start prepping my lid as always, but I'm gonna use a different one. This is from the Alamar Cosmetics. This is Primero Primer, a long wear sticky pigment base. And I applied it to near my lashes. And it's really sticky, by the way. Really sticky. And for the palette that I'm going to use today is this one. Also from Alamar Cosmetics, and this is the palette. I really wanted to use this. So it has a little bit of a pop of a color. This is I think the brightest one. But yeah, it is really aesthetically pleasing, at least for myself. And I really wanted to use it. So let's just start with this. I'm gonna use Ike Cute, which is this, I don't know, maybe kind of a salmon-y shade. And I'm gonna use this in my crease as my transition shade. I'm just pressing the pigment. I'm not blending. I'm just pressing it. And look how nice and rich it looks. Now to give a little bit of definition to this eye look, I'm gonna go to Muy Excited, which is this really nice kind of a pumpkin color. I love this color. I haven't tried it, but just to look at, I'm so into it. I switched brushes to one a lot more smaller. And as I said, be careful and make sure to remove the excess of your brush before pressing it to your eye. Yeah, it is perfect. It is exactly how I thought that it would show. I'm gonna use this clean, really fluffy brush to blow out the shadows and to make sure that I don't have any edges on them. For my bottom part, I think I'm gonna use a mix. I'm not sure if this is gonna look alright or really weird, but I will try. I'm gonna use Ponte Hyper in my bottom lashes. I hope it does look good and I don't ruin how lovely this is looking so far. If I do, sorry. I just want to use as much color as I can. Now I'm gonna finish the other eye because I really needed to just turn on the AC. I was really having a hard time. But now, this is what we are going to achieve. Pero like this one, and I'm going to apply it with my finger the same way that I did it in my other eye. With my ring finger, I'm just going to press it into my lid. And now I'm going to intensify a little bit my outer corner to help it blend the shade that we just used, Pero like, and I'm gonna go to Muy Excited. And I'm going just to press it first as we were doing. And then in circular motions. I use a detail shadow brush. This is from, I think, from Crown. I'm gonna go to the shade Tiene Swing. This one is the one that I applied on the other half of my bottom lashes. And I'm applying this in the half of my bottom lashes, as I said earlier. Now I'm gonna use this Sigma blending brush. This is the E36, and I'm gonna go to the shade Ha Ha Ha, just to make sure that everything in my bottom lashes, it is really well blended. And just gonna brush it through the bottom part of this eyeshadows. And for my inner corner, I'm going to use the other side of the detail brush from Crown. And I'm going to go to the shade Eres un Show. And this one, I'm going to press it into my inner corner. And now what I have left over in my brush, I'm going to blend it towards my top lid. Going a little bit above the peachy shade that I have in my mobile lid. We are done with the eyeshadows. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply mascara. I'm gonna use two. The first one that I'm gonna use is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara in my top lashes. And in my bottom, I'm gonna use the MAC Extended Play Giga Lash. I did a huge mistake. I poked myself here with my bottom lashes mascara. So we're gonna let that dry to then just scrape it out. For lips, I think I'm gonna go with just a gloss because the eyes are so not just so colorful, but a lot going on there. It's better just to have a glossy, rich, nice, sexy lips. I'm gonna use this Color Sensational lip liner in the shade 45 Plum. And I'm gonna use this Too Faced High Shine Sparkling Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Crazy Rich. So sweet, this is it. This is the final look. I really love how my lips look and how my eyes look. It is, for myself, it is colorful. Yeah, it is really different from what I would normally go for. But I like it a lot because it isn't so obvious that I'm wearing color in my eyes. I'm not using any neutral or warm tone or any conventional color in my eyelids, which is new. Usually I use at least one and I didn't. That's a lie. I use one in just to buff a little bit my bottom part, but besides that, anything else. The lip, I love this gloss from Too Faced. So sweets, this is the entire look. I hope you like it. I just wanted to make myself get out of the box and out of my comfort zone and do something that it was a little bit of a color, but not so much. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. If you want to get notified every time I upload a video, press the notifications bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.